Hello, thank you for tuning in to the Katie Sassine Show. I'm your host, Katie Sassine, as always, addressing the indoctrination of the nation. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at KatieFYNTV. And of course, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Fetch Your News to get all of our video archives and be updated daily. And today we're going to be talking about Trumpdates. That's my little way of saying Trump updates. I think it's a lot more creative than the traditional way. So Trumpdates, right now we're going to be talking about U.S. consumer comfort reaching its highest level. We're going to be talking about the stock market and the actual jobs available has actually increased by what was expected, by what Trump was expected to bring. So is Trump making America great again? That's the question. Well, from the looks of it, he is. So let's check out a video posted by Fox on Trump's impact on the stock market. Here we go.
Made incredible progress. I don't think there's ever been a president elected who in this short period of time has done what we've done. The stock market has hit record numbers, as you know, and there has been a tremendous surge of optimism in the business world.
President Trump touting the Trump rally, which has driven us, the stock market, to just amazing new highs, this surge since Election Day. Yet another Trump accomplishment that the president says the mainstream media refuses to acknowledge. Joining me now, Kevin, Paul Scott, and Jeff DeWitt. So, Kevin, at the close of today, the total stock market value in America is plus $2.4 trillion. I mean, that's a heck of a ride in a very short period of time. And yet the media won't give President Trump any credit.
Yeah, and this is why Donald Trump is able to substantiate his claims of the media being dishonest, because if they want to criticize certain things, if they want to hold his feet to the fire, they have to be intellectually honest and point out where he is succeeding. And I don't care who you are, how much you love or hate the president, you can't look at this and say that the economy isn't in better shape. There is serious momentum, and now you're starting to see the hard data line up with the feelings of consumer confidence, and you're starting to see real results. The economy is booming under this president.
You're right, and it is materializing, and it's something I talk about every day. You know, Jeff, the day that the Dow finally crossed through that Dow 20,000, it's reported that CNN only mentioned it twice. I mean, think of the milestone. Only mentioned it twice. MSNBC mentioned it 8 times. So remember, they're connected with the other business channel. Fox mentioned it 14 times. I mean, it was huge news. That not just a milestone, but an indication, because the market is something of a harbinger of the future of where we may be going as a nation.
No, that's exactly right. You know, Donald Trump didn't even get credit for the run-up in the markets that happened right after the election and before he was inaugurated. But here's a stat for you, Charles. Since January 20th, Donald Trump has had the best first month in office, as dictated by the stock market returns, in over 50 years, since LBJ. So to compare for you, Donald Trump, the market is up 3.34% in his first month. Barack Obama, the market is down 4.37% during Barack Obama's first month in office. And don't forget that Barack Obama's next 8 years in office were basically keeping the economy on life support by running up $10 trillion in crippling debt that our future generations are going to have to pay, and keeping rates at 0%.
By the way,
Donald Trump has done a great job in his first month.
Welcome back to the Katie Sassine Show. So as you could so clearly see on Fox, and as so eloquently spoken by Jeff DeWitt of Trump's campaign, we can see that this looks like more than a natural trend. We know that the stock market fluctuates naturally, but this looks more like a natural trend. This looks like people are actually feeling confident in the stock market. And they're actually beginning to trust in Trump, and that they do trust in Trump, and that those that matter who are investing in our stock market are trusting in Trump. So this video is titled Trump's Impact on the Market. You can check it out on YouTube. Now, is this a Trump accomplishment? That's the question. Well, due to this surge that hasn't been on record for the last 50 years, as Fox stated, to this extent, it looks like it is a Trump accomplishment. Now, the media portrays it as it's just, it's just the way things fluctuate. It's just the way it's going. The mass media, CNN, those that align with the left agenda, usually. And that just doesn't seem to be the case. There's been a tremendous surge of optimism, as Trump said. Dow has been up 12.4% since the election. Literally, the economy is in better shape. Factually, the economy is in better shape. As DeWitt said, the market was up 3.4% in Trump's first month after the election, whereas the market was down in Obama's first month. There was a loss of faith in the economy. And not only that, what about the trillions of dollars Obama spent right before leaving office, making more people dependent on the government, which is exactly what we don't want to do in order to have a prosperous country. So we can keep this up for a bit. We don't have to go to the tweets just yet. I have some tweets ready for this, but when I was listening to the radio, I heard some advice about investing. Now, it turns out the average investor only makes 2.1 or so percent on their investments in the stock market. Now, that's a huge problem because the rate of inflation is 2.2%, which means that the average stockholder, the average investor is only keeping up with inflation. He or she is not profiting, he or she is not losing money, but he or she is not keeping up with inflation. So these average investors that are just keeping up with inflation in America, they need to know how to better work the stock market. If you are investing, you have to do your research, and not only for yourself to profit more, but for the country to profit more as a whole, of course. Because with the success of the stock market and our people, the rising tide raises all ships, is more success for more Americans. Of course. So you need to know how to invest in the stock market and not just keep up with inflation. Now, moving on, there's a lot of people that are going into retirement, but they're still working. They still want to work. And some of them, and even more of them, need to work. So what's going on right now? Well, retirement in America, and the actual term of saying retirement, is dissolving. We know about life extension. We know that people are now said to live until 120 years or so and stuff like that. Well, people don't want to stop working at 65. People want to keep working. And with technology, they're more easily able to do that. Technology facilitates us in ways that we can't even imagine. And in the state I am right now, I can't even use technology to its fullest extent because there's so many things I can still do on my own. For example, the advance in technology aids in healthcare monitoring, which works to extend life even further. And technology with voice control helps for mobility limiting diseases. So if you are a person that's upon retiring from the workforce, but you still want to be out there and you have some mobile disability, well, utilize technology and stay in the workforce because it's good for you. Because we need you if you want to be with us, and we'll support you and you will be supporting the economy. So if you feel like you're held back because of your age, don't be. Utilize technology and communicate with your loved ones and, maybe your grandchildren or your kids to, move into this 21st century. And that's from Ask Andy, and that was on WSB. So tune in to Ask Andy, and that was a guest speaker. And you can go to investingsense.com to check out the guest speaker's website, because that was all from the guest speaker. Now let's move on to these tweets. So Donald Trump tweeted that the U.S. consumer comfort just reached its highest level in a decade. And that was retweeted, looks like from Bloomberg.com. He took their charts. People are feeling comfortable. Consumer comfort crossed 50 for the first time in a decade in March. So here we go, where we're seeing that Trump in office is not necessarily a one-to-one correlation with the improvement of the economy, but it's pretty close. So, and then Trump comments on that. He says, despite what you hear in the press, as I said, CNN, mass media that are doubting him, that are discrediting him, healthcare is coming along great. He says, we are talking to many groups and it will end in a beautiful picture. Moving on. So he says, great news. We are only just beginning. Together, we are going to make America great again. Expected ADP jobs report was at 190K. The actual report is at 298K. So it looks like Trump is doing what he said he was going to do. We can take that voiceover away. It looks like Trump said he is doing what he set out to do. He is making America great again. Now stay tuned in. We'll be right back with you.
Don't miss the 35th Annual Atlanta International Auto Show, where you can shop and compare from hundreds of new cars, trucks, and SUVs from over 27 major manufacturers in one location. You'll also see debuting models for 2018, the latest in alternative fuel vehicles, and great special attractions. It's only once a year and 5 big days. March 22nd through the 26th, Georgia World Congress Center on Northside Drive.
It's a new year. New you at Schottenkirk Ford Jasper. Ring in the new year with huge deals on a brand new Ford. Right now, get exceptional offers like 0% financing plus a $1,500 factory rebate on a new 2017 Ford F-150 XLT. Or get 0% financing plus a $1,000 factory rebate on a new 2017 Ford Explorer. Make your resolution a reality during the New Year, New You sales event at Schottenkirk Ford Jasper, home of the Schottenkirk Customer Guarantee. Visit us online at SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we make everything better. It all starts with a huge new Chevy selection. Then we heap on the discounts to make sure your Chevy price is the lowest you'll find anywhere. And if you like great customer service, you'll love it at Days. Bigger selection, lower prices, easy financing, and great customer service. Your better day is just ahead at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hello, welcome back to the Katie Sassine Show, addressing the indoctrination of the nation. Remember, you can follow us on YouTube. You can subscribe to our channel, Fetch Your News. You can also follow me on Twitter. I don't know why you'd want to do that unless you want to receive very pertinent information on a daily basis. So remember, you can follow me at KatieFYNTV. And today, we're going into the Wikileaks, the new Wikileaks conspiracy, the new Wikileaks revelation. And yesterday we had talked about how Trump has indeed improved the economy and that there is literal evidence that it is nearly a direct correlation between the Trump presidency. People really do have confidence in Trump, more so than you're hearing in the mass media. So the next time you see a story that says something about Trump being impeached or something that he's doing wrong, just remember, things are actually going up factually, economy-wise. The people that are buying shares in the stock market, they have faith. The big players in the U.S. economy have faith in Trump. So if I have to go back to what I said a month ago, yeah, give him a chance. I mean, let's put it this way. The average approval rating for every president that leaves office is 55%. Now, that's about the same approval rating that Trump has right now. So Trump's not much different than any other president, but everyone makes a big deal out of Trump. He's got the same approval rating as any other president we've ever had. So remember, he's another president. Presidents aren't dictators. He's not going to destroy the globe. He doesn't have the power to do so. So let's just all keep our wits about us and try to support this guy in order to support our country. Now that's all that I got to say about that. So moving on to WikiLeaks, let's scroll through this article here. Now, this whole thing is about what's called Vault 7 by WikiLeaks. Once again, raising questions about the U.S. government. Now, what's going on? The U.S. intelligence agencies are facing fresh embarrassment after WikiLeaks published what it described as the biggest ever leak of confidential documents from the CIA detailing the tools it used to break into phones, communication apps, and other electronic devices. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds just like stellar wind. This sounds just like stellar wind revealed by Edward Snowden. But there's more. The CIA actually cooperated with British intelligence to engineer a way to compromise smart televisions. So to compromise your smart TVs, people, your smart TVs, and turn them into improvised surveillance devices. Yes, if you were wondering, could you be watched by your smart TV? Because I was wondering a couple years back. Well, you can. And, you know, odds are it's possible that you could have been watched already. And you know what? That's sad, because we knew after stellar wind that they were hacking the smartphones, that they were hacking the communications, you know, but when they were hacking the laptops, we didn't know they were going to the extent to go to our TVs. And this is just a whole new issue here. So the revelations in the documents revealed by WikiLeaks, which many politicians are calling a mess. Anyway, revealed by WikiLeaks include CIA hackers targeted smartphones and computers. The Central for Cyber Intelligence, based at the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia, has a second covert base in the U.S. consulate in Frankfurt, which covers Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. So we've got them in America, we've got them in Germany, we've got them in Europe, we've got them in the Middle East and Africa. Nearly everywhere but the Arctic. So a program called Weeping Angel describes how to attack a Samsung F8 800 TV set so that it appears to be cut off but still used for monitoring. So this is obviously very disturbing stuff because, you know, they're really just, they've just really developed each and every way they can to monitor us. I mean, they even had Barbie dolls that were monitoring people. They had a Wi-Fi connected Barbie doll that came out. It was called Barbie Talks or something like that. Talk with Barbie, Barbie Talks. And it turns out they were listening into people's homes through Barbie Talk. So anything with Wi-Fi capability, people, anything with Wi-Fi capability is what we're talking about. That's the key. Now, what did Edward Snowden have to say about this? And so we're looking at the screen, so kindly pulled up by Lonnie here. Edward Snowden said, still working through the publication. But what WikiLeaks has here is genuinely a big deal, looks authentic. So if you didn't see the Edward Snowden videos with me, we know that Edward Snowden revealed the Stellar Wind program many years ago, and he's now in Russia, and he has been in asylum in Russia for a few years now. So he revealed that illegal operations were going on and that, you know, the US government was monitoring our communications without our permission, which infringes upon our privacy, which is against our Bill of Rights. Edward Snowden revealed that. And what do I call him for that? Well, contrary to what some people might say about me, I call Snowden a hero for that because he went with his Constitution, which comes first and foremost. I'm for the Constitution. I believe in what Edward Snowden did. Edward Snowden also said, if you're writing about the CIA WikiLeaks story, here's the big deal. First public evidence, USG secretly paying to keep US software unsafe. The CIA reports, here's a third tweet, the CIA reports show the USG developing vulnerabilities in US products, then intentionally keeping the holes open. Reckless beyond words. All right, we can cut out of that. So, when you thought it couldn't get any further, it just did. There in the smart TVs now, which we should have figured because after the Barbie Talk story came out, you know, I really, you know, I understood, okay, anything with Wi-Fi can be hacked. You know, they can listen in on anything with Wi-Fi. You have the Amazon Echo. If you're getting the new robot Jibo, the Jibo, the first, you know, family robot, it's been coined as, then, you know, you have to understand that you can be listened into at any time under the umbrella term that it's for your protection. Under the umbrella term that it's for your protection because we are in a war on terror. And we have been in a quote unquote war on terror since 2001. Now, do I really think that we're in a war on terror? That doesn't matter. We're in a war on terror. Security's on code orange. The government, because we are in a war on terror, can do almost whatever it wants. Now, you, the people, ask yourselves, are we in a war on terror? Or are we stronger than that? Is the U.S. strong enough to be able to prevent terror from entering its state, which I believe we are? See, I believe we can exempt ourselves from the war on terror because that's how powerful the U.S. is. And in turn, American citizens can get more of their privacy back that's been taken from them by operations like Stellar Wind and now operations like this new one called Vault 7. So it's just very conspicuous. And of course, the CIA declined to comment on the topic. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds very phony. And there's even certain particular program names for hacking into specific devices, such as the new program name that was used to hack into the Samsung televisions. And it's just, you know, it's absolutely ludicrous. You know, before we go, I want to recommend you guys to see a movie. It's called V for Vendetta. And it's about the group Anonymous imitates V for Vendetta all the time. The mask that the group Anonymous wears is actually the V for Vendetta mask. And I can't give you the exact plot of the movie right now, but basically V is the main character and Natalie Portman is the co-star. If that's not intriguing enough already, Natalie Portman's, you know, very accomplished actress and very educated as well. It's a very political movie about fascism and state takeover and how V, the guy wearing the Anonymous mask, recruits Natalie Portman and uses her as an average citizen to help him take back the state for the people. It's an excellent movie and I highly recommend it because it exemplifies how media and government control and doing things and taking security measures for the citizens' protection can get out of control and leave citizens without freedom and without liberty. And that's a huge danger. That's a huge danger. And also we have to remember that it is in our control. Because at least in America, at least in the United States, it's still in our control. So long as we don't let it, so long as we don't let it become taken over and be a democracy instead of what it is, a republic. It's in our control because as a republic, the majority cannot overrule the minority. The 51% cannot overrule the 49%. It's an impossibility because in a republic, you always maintain your inalienable rights. And not only that, as Joe Farrell said in his book, what makes our country unique is that we are a nation under God, which means that our inalienable rights are given to us by our Creator, God, and not our government, which means that no one on earth can take them away. So that's what makes being a nation under God so sacred. And people saying that, we should not call this a nation under God and this should be secular, well, you're not getting the picture. It's a nation under God because that's what protects our inalienable rights. Because the only thing that can take them away is our Creator, and that's a beautiful thing. And other countries need to get on board, and they're being tricked to come on board under the name democracy, when in reality, we're a republic. Anyway, we got a cut for today. I know I got very heated about that, but I just want people to understand, that the world is trying to make America look bad, and there's other people that are making America and democracies look bad, and the people that they're telling it to don't even know that America's a republic and not a democracy. Anyway, we got a cut for the show. Research up on Vault 7. Edward Snowden supports it. Edward Snowden's spoken out about it. If you don't know Edward Snowden, research up on him. And also into, your investments in the stock market if you have them, and how technology can help you for the future and keep you in the workforce. Thank you so much for tuning into the Katie Sassine Show, and we'll be back with you tomorrow. I hope you have a great Monday.